Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Janitor here, back with another cast. Today I'm going to be casting the second game in the best of three series between Sen and LiquidTyler. So without a further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. LiquidTyler spawning as the red Protoss in the 9 o'clock position, and Sen spawning as the green Zerg in the 3 o'clock position. LiquidTyler took that first game with some really amazing Blink Micro. If you haven't checked that out, please go check it out. It's a really great game. A little bit shorter, but that's okay. We're going to get this one underway as well. So a couple things to note. We are spawning in these cross positions on Metalopolis. That's a huge deal. It's very important for the game to be able to know what your spawning location is. It's really going to dictate how the game turns out. These long rush distances usually lead to a little bit of a longer game, usually a macro style game, and with both players easily allowed to take their natural here. Taking their natural and then taking the rest of these bases is very, very easy on these cross positions just because there's such a long rush distance. So it will be interesting to see how the map affects this play. LiquidTyler, of course, showing us that very, very strong one-base play in the last game, and Sen's got to be a little bit worried here, as this is only a best of three, one more loss, and he's out of this. So taking a look at what's going on in the bases, nothing out of the ordinary so far. We see LiquidTyler throwing down that gateway in a very nice spot, going to be able to wall off his base and defend it quite well. In the meantime, looks like Sen is going to go for that early expansion. Looks like I picked the correct drone the first time. It looks like he is just going to move out here, expand very, very quickly, and 14 expand. Expect to see that pool go down very, very quickly as well. This actually got him in quite a bit of trouble against LiquidTyler in the last game because Tyler just did such a nice Blink Micro and Blink Stalker attack that it was really hard for Sen to defend. So there's the spawning pool going down from Sen, and we are going to see probably Sen go ahead and make that queen as soon as the spawning pool is done. I like what Sen did last time, get out those 2 queens and try and vomit larva as quickly as possible. So taking a look around here, not much going on, very, very standard stuff from LiquidTyler. I will be interested to see when this gas geyser goes down. If he chooses to go very, very early gas and maybe go for that Blink Stalker again, we could be in for a mirror game here. It looks like he is going to throw down that gas relatively early, and he has saved up quite a bit of that Chrono Boost. Expect to see him Chrono Boost out that Stalker. In the meantime, Tyler getting a nice scout, knows what's going on. He knows that his opponent went for that 14 hatch and then 14 pool, and he's going to be able to react appropriately to that. So, interesting play here from both players. Well, not too interesting, of course. Very, very standard for the most part. Looks like Tyler does allow that gas to get up, but he is slowly populating it, so probably not going to see those Blink Stalkers out quite yet. He is going to go ahead and get that sentry out, so it looks like we're going to see a little bit more standard play, standard expanding, and that's really what you expect to see from this kind of map on those far spawning positions. In the meantime, Sen getting those guys in gas, probably going to get early speedlings. We do see quite a few speedlings, or quite a few Zerglings out here for our Zerg buddy Sen here. So taking a look at the Union County Station, we do see Tyler a little bit ahead on drones right now, 24 to 21, but that is all going to change around. Now that Sen has all those queens out, he's going to be able to vomit larva and catch up very, very quickly to the number of drones that Tyler has here. So Tyler throwing down those 3 gates, probably going to expand right behind this. His minerals are getting a little bit high, so we'll probably see him send out that drone very, very quickly. And in the meantime, Sen just moving out here with some of his Zerglings, going to try and contain map control, and this is a very, very nice thing for him to do last game. Just had excellent map control and just not quite fast enough response time. So taking a look at the APMs again, we do see both players, LiquidTyler a little bit slower, 170, but Sen playing at that almost 200 range. Very, very high APMs and very, very high level play here. So I'm really interested to see how Sen reacts to that first early loss here. LiquidTyler is going to be able to poke off that force, no problem. Sen just getting some good information there, going to know that his buddy expanded, and he knows that he feels pretty safe right now. He doesn't have to worry about that early attack, and you see that reflected in the drone counts. 34 drones to 25 probes here. So he is very ahead economically. Already has that second base up, and wow, a third base coming up for Sen, so a really aggressive expand here. LiquidTyler would be hard-pressed to scout this. Looks like he might be able to. We're going to keep an eye on that probe in the minimap While we look around Sen's base, we do see that Roach Warren coming down, so Sen doing some very, very normal stuff here. Looks like LiquidTyler is going to throw down a pylon here, but he hasn't quite scouted it yet, so he needs to be very careful here. So Sen throwing down that Roach Warren again. That's a very interesting play. Maybe he's a little bit scared. I'm surprised that he did it, though. Of course, might just be going for that Roach Hydra play that most Zergs go for against their Protoss opponents now. And taking a look at the unit counting station, we do see Tyler falling quite a bit behind here. Looks like he's going to go for a rather one base play. It's very interesting here. So Sen now scouts this pylon here. He's going to try and take out this small force here. It looks like he is going to be able to take that out. If he can take out that proxy pylon, that's going to be huge. Tyler really needs to take out as many of those Zerglings as he can. There it goes. That proxy pylon going to go down, and that's going to hinder this push quite a bit here. Tyler really needs that proxy pylon to do a lot of damage, and he's lost his drone now. So don't be surprised to see a drone pulled. And there it is right now. Going to try and throw it down in that proxy position. He has quite a few sentries, so he's going to be able to split this army in half, trying to push up here and do as much damage as possible. Doing a nice job fending off, or force fielding off that ramp, but these units are getting in for Sen. Not the best force fields, leaving a little bit of spot open here, and Tyler now falling a little bit behind. Taking a look at the unit counting station, we do see Sen quite a bit ahead now. He's going to be able to keep producing here. LiquidTyler, this is a very crucial spot for him, and this is why this pylon is so important. Looks like it is going down, but more roaches popping for Sen. Sen might be able to fend this off. He just needs to take down that proxy pylon. If he can do that, I think he's got this game in the bag. Sen now taking out that proxy pylon. That's going to be huge. LiquidTyler is not going to be able to reinforce this army, and he's gone for a very, very heavy all-in play. Well, not all-in, but that second base, we take a look back after this fight here, is not populated at all, and looks like a GG from LiquidTyler. So a very, very early GG from LiquidTyler. But taking a look back at his base, we do see almost no probes back here for him. That chrono boost very, very high, and it looks like he was very content with this one base play. I'm really not sure why he expanded so much. That would have really greatly supported this army, almost 4 zealots, or however many he could have thrown down there. And Sen really with a commanding lead right now with that third base up, and just mining off of all of those. So interesting play there from both players. Tyler choosing to go for that one base attack again, faux one base attack, just getting that second base up just to trick his opponent here. So we're all tied up now, 1-1. Sen coming back, and now we're going to go to this tiebreaker here. So please stay tuned for this, guys. Once again, my name is Janitor. If you like these casts, please subscribe. I would appreciate that quite a bit, guys. And stay tuned for some more casts, and be sure and stay tuned for Game 3.